Everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We've been around for a little over 3 years, putting in some really solid foundations, and we're now building our income, excuse me, to strengthen our economy, create liquidity and value in our currency for the benefit of all our members, because we are the United States of the world. We welcome people from all over, and there is no cost to become a citizen of We Share Abundance, no obligation to get involved in anything that we run, although you can get involved in our progressive passive income pools plan totally free, and that will generate for you, after a period of qualification, a monthly income forever, not just for life, for generations. Okay, so that is available. And we are in the process of getting a lot of things just over that tipping point at the moment in We Share Abundance. It is Friday night, and everything's right for the weekend. Bum, 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 bum. Eddie Cochran, great. Okay, most of you are probably too young to even know who Eddie Cochran is. Okay, so we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'll be heading over there in a moment, because that's where we see most of the comments. But I see we have people in already from YouTube. We've got Joaquin Torres. How did the first run go with TCC? What's the status on Fun Miracles? We haven't got the first run on TCC, and Fun Miracles will be attended to as soon as we get the PPIP plan and TCC campaign underway and running smoothly. We got Lewis in from Portugal. Not sure where Joaquin is from. Torres sounds Spanish name, doesn't it? I don't know. But anyway, okay, we got Lewis in. I know he's from Portugal. And let's get over to Facebook. Let me turn my speakers off before we go there so that we don't get any feedback. And let's go to Facebook. And when we get there, I'll be looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group. And when we get there, I'll be looking for the 4th, I think, isn't it? 4th, yeah, the 4th of August. So far, so good. If we click to expand, we should get what's coming up in Facebook, and we do. And we've got Norman in from Doncaster, UK, and we've got Ram Nadesh Orai in from don't know where, saying my payment not received. Payment for what? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. So be more explicit, please, Ram. Okay. As I said, we are the United States of the world, and we do accept people from every country. But we also accept people of every colour, class, creed, gender, financial status, background, educational level. None of it matters. We're a non-separatist organisation. We don't recognise those differences. All we see are human beings, part of one big family of humanity. We recognise that every human being is unique, so has something unique to offer our community, and therefore should be treated with equal love and respect to every other member of our community. And they are. Okay, we will be getting started in a moment with a short prayer, and then we'll have an affirmation to help us maintain that non-separatist ideology that we have, where we don't pigeonhole people. The prayer is a little prayer to help us find true happiness in life. Isn't that what we all seek? Don't we all just want to be happy? Happy all the time, okay? Not just a moment's pleasure because we have something new, or because we've had a few drinks or whatever. But true, lasting, perpetual happiness that comes from within and cannot be destroyed. And the only way you can achieve that is through loving service to others. You can't buy it. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. You won't necessarily be happy. Doesn't matter how little money you've got. You won't necessarily be happy or sad. But once you get on that path to true happiness by loving service to others, the more service you offer, the more value you put into that service, and the more people you offer the service to, the happier you'll be. And you'll find that everything else that you want and need in life will flow to you, whether it's relationships or homes or time or vacations, travel, whatever it may be. It'll just happen once you concentrate on loving service. So that's what our prayer's about. And we have Richard in from Devon in the UK. From me, we've had too bad a day today. I don't know what it's going to be like tomorrow. It's very changeable at the moment, isn't it? Not really summery. Okay, or not here anyway. Some places are getting a bit too much of the summer warmth and heat. But we had a little bit of beautiful weather in June, I think, wasn't it? And then July's been very up and down, and we're still up and down. Okay, so let's get started with that short prayer, then the affirmation, and then I'll bring you up to date with where we are on everything else. I see we've got Deborah just popped in from Alabama, USA, Southern Alabama, and Bozina from Edinburgh up in Scotland. So, dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you. We ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, each member finds the joy of service. And through service, attracts into their life true happiness and everything they want and need. Amen. And the affirmation we have is, we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. So where are we up to? First of all, development. We tidied up a lot of loose ends. We found a bug because we had a situation that was reported to us by a member who had paid the $100 in qualification for the progressive passive income pools withdrawals, but but it hadn't gone through. And there is no reason. I mean, you can pay in installments, you can pay a bit from crypto, a bit from your card, a bit from your available cash wallet. You can do it however you want to do it. Once you hit that $100 figure, you are then qualified as long as you are an active and elite member. We had another question came from a member about do we need to be elite members if we are Warrior Chiefs? Yeah, you do. The Warrior Chief program is in the Easy Business Builder, nothing to do with the progressive passive income pools, and so the qualification is purely in the PPIP program, previously known perhaps as staking pools or wealth builder or whatever, but it is a wealth builder, and the withdrawals will be starting automatically on the 2nd of September for the people that qualified in July. Okay. People that qualify in August, they'll start their withdrawals on the 2nd of October, and so on. And then they'll follow every month. The great thing about the plan is you can uh, qualify and activate it with no out-of-pocket expense. It takes a little bit of time, it takes a little bit of patience. You have to learn the habit of persistence and patience, doing the right things. It doesn't take you long, it's not onerous or anything, it's not difficult, but it's just getting into that habit of doing the right things all the time, and you will then get to the point where you're qualified and it's totally free money. And it's not just for a few weeks or a few years or a few months, it's for more than a lifetime. It's for generations, it's ongoing. And so it's a wonderful opportunity for anybody, anywhere, to start on the path to freedom. Because a lot of people are locked into a situation where they think they can't get anywhere. They've lost hope. They feel that they are destined to live in poverty, or even if not in poverty, struggling to make ends meet. And there's nothing further from the truth. You can be, do, and have anything that you choose, but you have to start taking the right actions. And that's a big part of what we're doing in that progressive passive income goals plan. It's getting people into the habit of doing the right things with a plan and a determination to get through to the end of that plan and reap the rewards. Okay, so we did spend quite a bit of time on that plan, finding out why it wasn't working as it should. It wasn't a big error, but it took a while to find it and put it right. And then we continued, and we got um, the whole function completed. We got the plan completed and the qualification and everything, but we hadn't completed the withdrawal. We knew that we could get the plan launched and complete the withdrawal function well before the first withdrawals were coming out, because we knew they wouldn't be coming out until the 2nd of September. And so that has been completed, and we're still well ahead of schedule for that plan. We now will be working on the conversion of the token into the Binance Smart Chain, a new token on the Binance Smart Chain, which we already have, and the wallet and everything for that. So you'll be getting more information on that next week. But I plan to make the big switch, if you like, a week today, the 11th. And that on that day, we will transfer all money from available cash wallet back into the PPI fund. So if you don't want that to happen, you need to withdraw it now, but you'll be withdrawing it to Waves, not to the Binance Smart Chain. We will be continuing to buy up the tokens in Waves until we clear them all. But I can't give you a time frame for doing that, but it will be done. Okay, we won't just leave you with tokens in Waves. If you're just happy to have them into your PPI fund, then fine. You can just sit there, and they'll be transferred on the 11th. I haven't told Devyani this yet, but I know that that isn't a big issue. We can write the script for that and get it done. We will also be introducing another wallet for you, and this will be a BEP20 wallet, because we will be moving from the Tron blockchain for payment of secondary staking and stable staking, and we will be moving it onto the Binance Smart Chain as well. We'll have everything linked into the Binance Smart Chain, and then once we start automating payments through that chain, then it'll all be in sync. Okay, just checking, see if we've got any questions there. No. Okay, so to continue, we had the month end 4 days ago. I think the stable staking and secondary staking programs, I'm not sure whether they're on the second or the third, but we all may give it until the 10th to make those payments because they're currently done manually. In time, we will get those automated as well, but at the moment they're manual. They do take up a bit of time, and usually during the week I don't have a lot of time because we've got development and we've got other issues that go on with people, and organizations and things that don't work on the weekend. So the weekends free me up a little bit more. I have more time. So I'll be working on the withdrawals for stable staking and secondary staking this weekend. Whether I'll get them all done or not this weekend, I don't know. I've got to be honest. But you know, they always get paid. So no problems there. got a frog in my throat. I was going to have a drink of water. It's not going to clear that. It's in my breathing bit, not my food bit or whatever you call it. Okay. So that's where we are on that. ROI tips. I'm still pushing. They say that well, I know they've got all the information that they require now. And I think the latest thing said something about they will be submitting the images for approval. I can't find it easily, but it was something along those lines anyway for the main campaign. You know, I'm going to approve them anyway. I don't care whether I like them or not. It's up to them to make a campaign that works, and they know better than me the images that are going to be successful in attracting people's attention. When I was doing a lot of marketing some time ago, you know, there were things that you could do that no longer work, quite honestly. You know, things only work for a while in marketing, and you also come up against the diminishing returns as you try and ramp things up. It'll only go so far. But I'm certainly not an expert on Facebook marketing, and that's why we've got this ROI Tips outfit collaborating with us on this and running the campaigns for us. But it is taking far more time than I ever imagined. But we are getting there, and we'll get it out as soon as we possibly can. And once we've got that running, and we're starting to see the results of that campaign, that will benefit the cash cow members. It will benefit the community as a whole, because it will not only put cash into the pockets of the cash cow members, it'll put cash into the treasury, and we'll be able to start paying off the debts we have to our members. Debts that have been incurred in various forms through nest egg purchases and through direct loans. We are still seeing good results from growth. They're not shooting up yet, but they will do as soon as people actually start seeing that commissions are being paid out from that wealth builder plan. I know that we're going to get a lot more people interested, and I'll be producing some splash pages that you can use on things like traffic exchanges and such, where to attract people in. Because if you get people in, you can't earn a commission from the progressive passive income pools plan, but you can enhance your withdrawal level. And there's no limit on the level that you can put in for your withdrawals. And I do plan also to be introducing more ways that you can add funds into your um, your PPIP wallet, so that you never need to worry that it's going to run out, no matter how much you build your withdrawals. If you want $1,000 a month out, it would take a long time to build to that level on the annual increase. Okay, we all know that. But if you go out and introduce people, and if you introduce 2 people a week that upgrade, in a year you'd be drawing $1,000 a month out from the plan without having ever put your hand in your pocket for the plan. As long as you're an active elite now, and most of you have been in long enough to be active elites, even if you didn't put any money in. Okay, who else do we have? Nobody. Oh, I'm not saying nobody. I thought we got some there, but it's Deborah saying amen. Okay, so that's where we are on the cash cow plan. The progressive passive income pools, it's all going well. We are ahead of where I thought we would be, and I'm very pleased with what we have in that plan. It is the path to freedom for a lot of people. I don't know whether you saw the image on, but you could use something like this. How would I do it? I'd have to do a screen share. Now, I'll do it another time. I can't be bothered with a screen share tonight. Okay. But if you saw the image, it'll still be in the Facebook group, I think, for the scheduled broadcast. It was about our PPIP plan. You can get people involved. They don't have to pay anything. They don't have to do anything special. All they have to do is log in every day, and they will in time activate their withdrawal. If they want to move quicker, they can always put their hand in their pocket, but there's no obligation to do that. It's entirely optional. Um, and it's a real good investment. It's not officially an investment, but and so I probably shouldn't use that term, but $100 in your bank. If you put $100 into your bank account and you got the best interest rate that they would give you, it would be nowhere near getting $10 a month out. You'd be lucky if you got $10 a year out. In fact, I think that would be highly improbable to the state that it is almost impossible to get a bank account where you pay $10 a year on a $100 deposit. $100 into the passive income plan that we have, and you're making $10 a month, $10 a month, and in year two, $20. It's a really solid and sound way to handle your money, as long as you've got that $100. But even if you haven't, we are going to set up so that within 2 years you're going to be getting $10 a month. Now you go to your bank and say, "I've got no money, but I'd like to get some interest. I'm prepared to wait for 2 years." They'd say, "Get out of here." And if you persisted, they'd probably call the police and have you carted off. With us, you can come and say, "I'd like to get some money every month, but I don't have any money." Okay, we'll do it for you. But you'll have to wait at least 12 months. I say at least 12 months because everything went at the worst possible level for you, it would be 22 months. But you could come in month 1 with the raffle and be an active elite member straight away, and then you've only got to wait 12 months, and then you start getting paid your withdrawals. It's an amazing opportunity for a lot of people. It's there to help people throughout the world. And we've got Kingsley in from Manchester, UK. Okay, so that's enough about Turkey Cash Cow, PPIP. What else? Fun Miracles. Somebody asked, oh, it was the chap on in YouTube asked about Fun Miracles. As I've told you repeatedly, I just don't have the time to get that sorted out until we get these two things running smoothly and it releases me from them. And then I can dedicate 100% of my time to that. We'll get it up and running as soon as we possibly can. And a lot of people want to do it, just finding the right one. Okay, so that's where we are with that. The switch of the token, as I say, I'm looking at the 11th of this week today to get everything initially started. Probably the actual switch would have to come a little bit after that, but that would be the sort of starting point of the move to the Binance Smart Chain, and that will probably happen within a week of that. So sometime between now and the 18th of August. That's what I'm looking at. It's not a promise, okay? I can't promise these things because we never know what's going to crop up, happen. It may be quicker, it may take longer. But that is where we are looking at now for getting the switch of the Visa Abundance token. Once we've got that done and we've got the cash cow program running and we've got funds under construction, we will then be starting to get ready for the move of the Visa token. That's a similar situation, but it's very different in that there are literally millions of tokens on the Waves exchange. And so we have to handle it in a different way. But we want to get the Multiply Visa program operational as quickly as possible. So the first move will be to get that program operating on the Binance Smart Chain. And that will involve creating sufficient liquidity for the tokens that we have in there and managing the withdrawals in a way that won't affect that adversely. So that is something else that's coming, and we'll be getting onto that. I have, as I say, several ideas for ways that you will be able to add funds into your PPIP fund, and you will want to keep building that as much as you possibly can. The idea of the withdrawals isn't to empty that fund. The idea of the withdrawals is to give a legacy of income from that fund, which will last generations to come. Security for your family. We're not talking about millions of dollars, but we're talking about regular income that always helps. Many years ago, I worked for a company called Xerox, Rank Xerox in the UK. And I didn't work for them for very long, a couple of years. But when I left, I had a pension fund. And it wasn't that much, but I couldn't withdraw it or something. I didn't really get involved in it, but it was there. And then I don't know, a good number of years ago, when I got to, I can't remember whether it was 60 or 65, it's long ago now. Um, I had the option to take a lump sum and a reduced pension, and I took a lump sum and a reduced pension, and that reduced pension wasn't very much. It was at the time about £90 a month, I think. But with inflation and everything else, that pension is now about 100 and I think it's up to about $120 pounds a month. Sorry, not dollars, £120 a month. And that may not seem like very much, but it is a big difference to my lifestyle, in all honesty. Um, it makes a big difference that that small amount is coming in regularly every month. And it's something that's there and it can be relied upon to always be there. And that's the objective of the progressive passive income pool. It's not to buy you new cars and things. We've got other programs that you can build up to that, but it's there to give you that stable, steady income, always coming in. You know it's going to be there and it's reliable, and there it is. And you can achieve that with zero cash out of pocket, or you can choose to stick $100 in and start on that plan now. And of course, the sooner you start, the sooner it starts getting to more money. So there you go. And of course, once you start getting withdrawals, you have something to show people. People like to see proof. And I don't blame them. But if you're talking to somebody about the plan and they say, but does it pay? You say, yeah. And you can show them that, look, I got my withdrawal last month and this month, and it's going to come in next month. And that makes a big difference. And once we've got a few people getting withdrawals regularly, we'll get some testimonials in from them and we'll get those on the site as well. Okay. That's pretty much it with our own programs, but we also have multiple income streams that we have in our back office, and you can in fact add your own programs into there. We don't endorse any of the programs that are in there, just as we don't endorse any of the programs that are in our login ads. You have to do your own due diligence. But one of the programs that we have in there is called Vortic United, and that is probably my favorite passive income plan of all time. It's a wonderful plan. And tomorrow, those of you that are in it are going to get paid. Okay. You get paid every Saturday. They transfer the income from the week into your wallet and then you can withdraw it. Or if you don't desperately need that cash, you put it into uh, your plan. You increase the value of your plan, compounding your income, and you'll see your income starting to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow the more you are able to compound. And you have to have discipline in compounding because it takes a while to see any real results, and it can be disappointing. You say, I've been putting money in and compounding it for 3 months and it's not really that much different, or 6 months and it's not that much different. But by the time you get to 9 months, you're starting to see the difference. By the time you get to 12 months, you're going, wow, I'm glad I stuck with my compounding. Okay, that is where you are with compounding. And so you'll get your money from Vortic tomorrow. If you're not in Vortic, join it. It's in the downline builder there. You join under one of our members. And it's a real good, solid passive income plan. Lovely man that founded the program. Um, very accessible. Unfortunately, his accent I find very difficult to understand, even when I'm one-to-one with him, asking him questions and things. But that's me, I suppose. I find lots of accents difficult to understand until I really get used to them. However, it's a wonderful plan, and you'll get paid tomorrow. Beyond Infinity is another great plan. You'll get paid on Sunday from that plan. Um, you don't have the same opportunity to compound in Beyond Infinity unless you have sufficient income there, or you're prepared to add to that income with your debit or credit card, or crypto, I think. Yeah, crypto or debit or credit card. You can buy into their car plan. Um, and I'm not going into details now. If you don't know what it's about, then get into Beyond Infinity and check it all out, because their plan you can compound through that car plan. And even if you don't want the car, now most people get in the car plan because they want the car, but the car doesn't really mean much to me. And I know that I've spoken, or one of our members here is that's on the call, said, you know, he don't really want the car, but he wanted a way to get money into his Beyond Infinity gold plan, and the car plan gave him that opportunity. And he did it for the increased income, not for the car. But when he gets the car, he's not going to say, "Oh, I don't want it," is he? He's going to take it. And even if you don't want it, he can sell it. You know, new car got as a gift, 15 miles on the clock, valued at £50,000. You can buy it now. It's in brand new condition, £35,000. Boom, sold. Okay. Um, so that's just a bonus. Right. So those two plans are coming up this weekend. I will be sending out a reminder about it into your inbox, because you don't want to miss out on compounding. And if you need the money, you don't want to miss out on the withdrawal. One of the plans that we did have a go at, and I took it um, out of the downline builder, because it stopped paying and it looked a little bit iffy. And it looked even more iffy the other day when the website disappeared. But it is back now with a new URL, and that is called, I forgot what it's called. Let me find it and I'll give you the new URL for it as well. It's called Inertix. That's right. I've always struggled to remember that name. I don't know why. Okay. So the new URL for that is here. I've put it in the comments. I will send a message out about that as well. I don't know why they've had to change, but anyway, it's there, and the site is exactly the same as it was before, and the compounding that's been going on and the income and everything that's been going on is still building. Whether we'll ever be able to access those funds or not is debatable. You never know with these programs. But just to tell you, if we do, we already have 40, 50, 60, $64,500 in there. Okay. Because as you can't withdraw it, the only thing you can do is put it in and let it grow. And so that's what we've done, and to $64,500. Will we ever get it? I don't know. You never know with these programs uh, that offer you this free stuff, and it grows and it grows exponentially. Okay, so let me put that link in the app for the people on YouTube, and what's the other one? Twitch. And while I'm here, let's see if we've got any more questions. I think we've answered Joe Torres. We've got Ram I'm going to just call you Ram to save messing up your name. We got Ram in. He's sometimes on in the Facebook group, but he's there saying hi to people. He's in the UK. And he's put a nice little comment in here. And I think this applies to us all, you know. We have the strength and the courage to fulfill what we set out to do, to build that group of people who want more than just material gains. Okay? Part of our mission. JT asking the same question again, so it's been answered once, I won't answer it again. What have we got here? We've got passive 24. Is there any way to facilitate inactive accounts active to allow investment instead of waiting for 15 days? Is there any way to facilitate inactive accounts to active? No, there is no other way. You just got to log in for 15 days and then your account will become active again. And then just make sure that you log in at least half the available days every month. And we've got Lewis saying he logs into Inertix with the original link. Well, I couldn't even get the site up. It was saying, you know, this site doesn't resolve. So I don't know. Maybe they've got it fixed so that the other link is there, the original link. But I certainly couldn't get it. But with the new link that they put, I think got it off the Telegram group. They said the alternative link here. So use either. Hopefully one of them will work for you. So that's an update on that as well. And we've got Andrew in from New Zealand saying he'll watch the replay. A lot of people watch the replay, Andrew. You're in Saturday morning already, aren't you? So you probably had a lie in with it being weekend. A great song that, you know, Eddie Cochran's Weekend. Anyway, I won't get into that more at the moment. I think that's it for today. Oh, I've got the numbers. I didn't give you those. In the last 24 hours, we had a net increase of 30 in our registered members to 40,056. Net increase because we always take people out that don't log in for 2 months, but we always have new registrations. And so we have 30 more registration people we took out. We have an increase of 30 in our active members. These are people that are logging in on a regular basis or new members. You've got to log in 15 days in the current or in the previous month to be active. But if you join today, you couldn't log in last month because you weren't even a member. So you're automatically active in the first month that you joined. All you've got to do is log in half of the available days. So if you log in on the if you join on the 30th of August and you log in one day, that's half of your available days you're active in September. Okay, but most people log in every day that want to be active because you get more rewards and you get more funds into that PPIP fund, meaning that you've got more stability in withdrawing all the time. You want to build that wallet up as much as you can. Okay, so that's active members up by 30 to 3,822. We have 23 increase in email verified members in Multiply Weezer. No um, members bought advertising for the first time. Doesn't mean that nobody bought advertising, just means that no new members or nobody that hadn't bought advertising before bought advertising. Um, but the revenue share didn't go up enough to push us into the next dollar. So we're still at $10,201 in that bonus pool. It'll be lovely once we get that Multiply Weezer site profitable again for our members, and that'll happen this year, I'm pretty sure. But I can't guarantee it. Okay, so don't say you promised this. No, I didn't. Okay, so there we are. So that really covers it then for this week. I don't see any more questions. I'll be working on lots of things this weekend, but particularly I'll be getting out as many payments as I can from the staking and secondary staking, the stable stake and the secondary staking. Stable stake is a lot easier because it's the same amount for everybody, unless they're in their first month, first time they've ever been paid. But it's $20 basically for everybody, so you can get into a routine paying out that $20, $20, $20. The secondary staking can be anything from $10 up to thousands of dollars that we're paying out to members. And you have to be a bit more careful, make sure that you've got the right amounts in and everything. But I'll get what I can done this weekend. You get what you can done with your Vortic money. Get it all reinvested. If you're not in Vortic, get in. Get in Vortic. It's a good one. ETF pools have a new plan, but I don't think there's any compounding in it, which is disappointing. It's $695, I think, to get into it. It pays good interest rate at 1.5% a day, but if you're not compounding it, it loses a bit, you know. It's not enough on a daily basis to make a difference in your life. If you put in $700 or even if you put in $1,000, it's only $15 a day. And you can pull that out every day if you want, $15, but you can't, it's not enough to read. You've got to have a minimum 695 to top it up to compound your account. So it's okay. I like the compounding and I like their flexi plan. I think their flexi plan, you need $1,000 to get in that, but the flexi plan is very good and their compounding plan is good. And the compounding plan, you only need $350, but you can't touch your money for 6 months, which is a good thing because it forces you to compound, and you'll see the benefit of it in 6 months' time. And if you put it in again and do another 6 months, then you'll really see the benefit of it. Okay, with that said, I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. Until then, get out there, share some love and abundance, go the extra mile, be Weezer warriors. And I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, always wear a smile. See you later, alligator, can't find the app. It's somewhere. See you later, alligator. In a wild. Hey, you guys, you gotta wear ties on a weekend. Eddie Cochran, yeah, better than Bill Haley. Okay, see you all tomorrow. God bless. That's it from me. Love to you all.